Thank you very much for joining me. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. A wind maker headed our way. Some of us already have that. Gale warnings are out. Those are sustained winds of about 34 to 47 knots. And we're going to see even higher gusts. So we're going to see some gusts over 80 kilometers an hour or over 50 miles per hour. But gale warnings up through parts of, we'll see these conditions in parts of the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean. Here's what's going on with the setup. Here we are across the Caribbean. High pressure and control here. Now, an area of high pressure, usually some nice weather. When I show you the forecast in Bermuda in a second, beautiful weather, high pressure, a lot of sinking air, so you don't see the storms bubbling up, and winds around it are clockwise. Over here, we've got a couple fronts, area of low pressure back toward Texas and the southern United States. Winds around this are counterclockwise. So you could see that flow around each of these, and we are right in between, and that draws in the extra windy weather. So that's the setup. Substantial area of low pressure back to the west, and off to the northeast we have this area of high pressure. If you are right in between, you could have some gusty winds. So that's the setup. I don't like to just let you know what the weather is, but why the weather does what it does. So I wanted to show you that, and here's what's going on. Here's some of the action back toward Texas here, and you see Bermuda, what I was talking about, high pressure in control, generally cloud free right now. That's the sinking area. With low pressure back toward Texas, you get the rising air, and that allows those storms to bubble up. Lots of clouds back in the Gulf of Mexico over toward parts of the Bahamas and Florida, and we've had some spots, Barbados for example, we had some rain overnight. I'll get to that surge of moisture, but let me start with the winds. Winds here, look at this white shading here in the Caribbean. Those are winds of 80 kilometers an hour or 50 miles per hour. Those are gusts. Those are some gusts. Winds east and then southeast, that's the flow. There's the area of high pressure right near Bermuda, and you can see that flow around it coming out of the east and then southeast as we get back through the Gulf. This is on our Wednesday, and that white shading again in some spots, southern Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, across a lot of the Caribbean. Those are some really gusty winds. They're still with us on Thursday, and it's still the same setup. There's that flow right there around Bermuda, that area of high pressure bringing in some of the winds. Southerly flow in the Gulf, watching this storm system back here. So we're still going to see that on Thursday, those winds with us. I'll show you the storm systems in just a second, but you see the closer look, ABC Islands, that strong easterly flow, arrows east to west. There's that easterly flow with us back through the Bahamas. So heads up, any boating interest. This could be an issue for a lot of small vessels out there across the Caribbean. I'll get into the seas in a moment. And again, even back through the Gulf. And this is tomorrow into Thursday. It's going to stick around. We're going to see this pattern. Could last another week, week and a half as far as those extra choppy seas are concerned. Now, speaking of those seas, you see it here, these brighter colors showing up. Meters are right here on the scale. Feet are right here. Try to keep everyone covered best I can. And you see this spot here, Central Caribbean. We're looking at about 4.5 meters or upwards of 15 feet. That's the highest it's been in some spots over the last couple weeks. And you see it there. Very choppy, gale warnings up. And overall, this kind of green shading here back through parts of the Bahamas, splitting Bermuda and the Bahamas into the Caribbean, 3 to 4 meters. This is as we work our way into Thursday, and that's still around. So again, please use some extra caution. We've got kind of that wind machine, the wind maker. I mentioned the area of low pressure here, and over here, we've got that area of high pressure. We're smack dab in the middle of that. So gusty winds. Keep me posted in the comments on what you have. And you see it here. Look at this rain back toward Texas. Spotty showers elsewhere. Now going out in time, I want to start on the broad picture. I'm going to zoom down in just a second. This is by tomorrow. You see this kind of holding here. A lot of this rain holds here across the U.S. So that means the pattern stays the same. It's an up and around pattern. Most of the front staying up to the north of the Caribbean, allowing us to stay with that easterly flow. And then as we work forward into Thursday, this is Thursday, still you see it generally the same spot. And that's why I was mentioning this pattern is going to hold at least for a few days. You see right there, this is Thursday. And then even into Friday, still some of that moisture kind of lingering in the same areas. Heads up, my friends in the Atlantic region of Canada, by Friday, parts of New England up toward Canada, we'll see a snow rain mix, snow in some spots, rain in others as this system finally winds up. But all these systems kind of holding back to the north, giving us that big wind maker. Now, some spotty showers. We've been seeing those. Grenada, St. Vincent the Grenadines, Barbados at times. Could see some Dominica and St. Lucia. Just kind of depends on where they set up. Keep me posted. Again, Barbados, we had some of those showers overnight and early this morning. And you see it here, this area of high pressure just feeding in that easterly flow. Anguilla, Ceiba, we could see a couple showers. Dominican Republic, Belize, not as much. We've had some isolated flooding in the last few days, and this is by Thursday. Still watching that easterly flow that will be with us. So let me break down some of the forecasts, then we'll talk more about the big picture. Jamaica, passing shower, we're looking at a 20% chance, 30% chance of the Cayman Islands today, and you see the elevated chance of rain. Trinidad and Tobago, at times, we could see some of those showers over by Port of Spain. Grenada, rain chance 50% today, 40% chance tomorrow, and a 40 to 50% chance St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Rain chance, as I was talking about, elevated in Barbados. Plus, if you get some showers this time of year and you have the breeze, kind of feels coolish in many locations. St. Lucia, elevated chance, 50% chance. Chance of some scattered showers, Martinique, a 40% chance, 50% chance in Dominica, and about a 40% chance tomorrow and Thursday in Guadeloupe. Rain chance stays at 40% the next couple days. Antigua and Barbuda, passing shower possible. St. Kitts and Nevis and Montserrat, 30% chance the next 3 days in Anguilla. So we're not looking at a washout over towards St. Bart's, but passing shower, same thing, St. Martin, Ceiba, and Statia. And then you see here, rain chance bumps up a little bit. Heads up in Puerto Rico tomorrow, rain chance up to 60%. U.S. and British Virgin Islands, you see it as well, about a 60% chance. Not necessarily all day stuff, but we could get some rounds of passing showers through the Virgin Islands. Dominican Republic tomorrow, rain chance 50%, but we flip over into Haiti. It does stay a limited, quick little passing shower or a few sprinkles. Bahamas, rain chance not super high, watching those seas. Rain chance 30% today in the Turks and Caicos. 20% chance in Cuba, some extra cloud cover around, especially in western Cuba. Belize, rain chance 30%, and about a 30% chance in the Yucatan of Mexico. Rain chance in Aruba, could see some passing showers. Again, the gusty winds, the high seas, every now and then that could draw in some showers. We'll see that in Curacao as well. Rain chance holding at 30% the next 3 days in Curacao and Bonaire. But as we work our way toward Bermuda, I mentioned that area of high pressure parked right on top. Mainly dry conditions over the next 3 days. Rain chance 20% in Costa Rica, about a 40 to 50% chance in Guyana, and could see a few passing showers as we get into Suriname. Same thing, northern Venezuela, about a 20 to 30% chance. So overview with this, gusty winds on the way, dangerous and choppy seas, those fast-moving showers we are tracking with that easterly breeze, the bigger fronts staying to the north, but that kind of keeps that pattern locked in, and I'll continue to monitor some of those earthquakes and keep you posted on that. Thanks for joining me, and have a great rest of your day.